Welcome to your astrological natal chart forecast report. This is the Peace Dealer. I hope you gave the utmost of quality from this report. Thank you once again for your patience. Right off the bat, I'm definitely very amazed at a few things here. One, the fact that you're born in 95, right after Pluto retrograded out of Sagittarius. So your Pluto has been dipped in the phoenix fire of the creator, which is so very important to keep in mind. Because, like, Pluto Scorpios born at the end of 95 are not the same as regular or standard Pluto Scorpio. There's a deep significance to Pluto reaching the light in Sag, retrograding, Jupiter coming over Pluto, and then entering Sag. This is like souped up. And then also the fact that you have a master soul and spirit, and you're double mutable. So this, what that means, when you're born with your sun past 20 degrees in Gemini, Virgo, Sag, or Pisces, that makes you a master magician. And seeing that your moon is also past 20 degrees, this compounds the mastery of magic that you experience, okay, within and externally, and express outwards. And that's important because if your moon was in a cardinal sign, then your soul would be a function of your actions. But mutable signs are experience. They process the happenings of life. In this case, with Virgo, the happenings of reality. And so what caught my attention was that you have 4 mutable signs occupied. You have the T square with Saturn, which is super significant. It actually grants you superpowers, but it's also stressful as hell the first 30 years of your life. And it also makes you an adept at magic. Now, ironically, seeing as if you were to have no mutable energy, even though you'd be lacking in experience, that does make you an adept. However, seeing that this life for you has everything to do with gaining all 4 levels of experience, masterfully so, this makes you a master of master magicians. It puts you up on that level. Okay, so I was about to skip around too much. But right off the bat, I just wanted to acknowledge that being born 95 puts you, interestingly enough, this is at the end of 95 where most of this energy retrograded back, but it does put you at the creme de la creme, and it gives you the highest, greatest, most incredible psychic ability and psychological strength relative to the generation that ushered it in the late 80s or the mid to late 80s. So this serves as a springboard and a bridge for the newer generation at 96 moving forward, and also really represents how y'all are going to lead humanity into the new age. If I'm going to keep it simple, but not just the new age, what constitutes this new age are biochemical changes in our DNA that literally allow for enhanced abilities and senses, which with the advent of technology has been slowly but surely happening anyway, hence evolution. Let's just say that your specific soul group and generation, 95 and beyond, represents that exponential surge of evolution that no one really could have seen coming unless you're psychic or you have some specialization and knowledge or you read the stuff. So, right, we see that you are the true master. And as a Taurus rising, shout out to the Taurus Rising Club. We're not a gang, we're all royal. So shout out to the Taurus Rising Club. Taurus is one of the four royals. The four royals fixed in quality. Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, and of course the realest royal, the most solid royal of all time, Taurus. So Tyler, scientifically speaking here, okay, being that you're AC, you who you are is all your planets combined, all of this stuff combined, right? All the signs. But how we identify this as your title is King Tyler, real King Tyler, real King Devontae, okay, real AF, and stress that, okay. Don't let anybody make you feel like you're being arrogant because you got it like that. You are self-made. And there's no time limit to how long it takes for you to become self-made. Feeling into the truth of your value is all what your soul's about. And as producer king, okay, see, Aquarius is the cosmic celestial king. They rule the stars, masters of knowledge. And then you have the underworld kings and queens, the demigods that rule the underworld and are masters of wisdom. Then you have the solar kings and queens, the actual kings and queens, right? They rule. Some say that Leo rules love, but I'm thinking really they rule passion and influence and courage. So masters of the spiritual. And then we have the realist king and queen, okay, in this case king, the producer, masters of the physical, or rulers, let's just say, rulers of the physical. And this grants you magnetic quality and common sense, which isn't so common these days, because of grounded values that, while traditional, do serve to represent your character, which is really dope because, once again, Taurus is I have. So if we take this literally and plug it in, I have my AC, right? You have your AC. So that means you have your identity. For unlike now where you're progressing into Gemini. So Gemini rising is I be my AC, or I think my AC. And now you're becoming, and who you are is becoming what you be in the moment. What you have as a Taurus rising is the quality of value that constitutes who you are. It's a fancy way of saying you're self-made. And that's a huge deal. So, like, if anything else, we don't even have to do the rest of it. We're going to do the rest of it. But if anything else, you're self-made. Like the Taurus rising on its own is solid. Doesn't matter what degree. So, period. You're a producer. Now we're going to get into the quality, and we're going to get into the specifics and reality of how you express this, right? Because everything else in your chart is based on your AC. It's going to let us know where what you express is, which will now let us know what it is. Okay? For example, I'm a Gemini sun. For my whole life, I used to believe I'm a Gemini, and it falls in my first house. So I identify with Gemini. If someone were to call me Gemini, they would be referring to my spirit, and that wouldn't really be wrong. Based on this equal sign system, okay. Being that my rising is in Taurus, that lets me know that even though I express the fullness of my being as a Gemini messenger, right? And that's the role of my spirit. Gemini is my second house. So my spiritual identity is a product based on what I have. It's a manifestation of what I have physically, in that I exert my own mind to communicate. That's based on my physiology. And this is important because I learned that even though I'm Gemini, Gemini for me is actually a product of manifestation. It's a possession. I possess my spirit. Not everyone possesses their spirit. For example, let's take Master, and when I say Master, I mean Master 29-degree Gemini Jussie Smollett. He's a Gemini rising. So the difference between him and I is that whereas my spirit, I can literally say my spirit because it's a Taurus rising, I own my spirit, this is why I'm self-made, he actually is his spirit. His AC identity is literally tied and connected to his spirit, just like the Leo King. Okay? So, like, he actually is his sun sign. So I'm recently coming into this wisdom because it really helps you understand more how to see yourself. And that doesn't mean you're still not Virgo. That doesn't mean inside you're still on Gemini. But we have to honor that you are King Tyler. And you saw it. Okay? And you bowed it. And you real. In fact, you're Virgo sun, so you're the realist. And I've just realized this over time that Virgo is the realist. Y'all are too real. This is more important, knowing that your rising connects with your spirit. And furthermore, this is what aligns your spirit to your identity. Because unlike me, you have your moon in the second, not the sun. Your sun is in the fifth, okay? And you actually have a really dope earth trine. But what's more significant here is that your sun in Virgo, so this is why it's important. We know that your rising sign is Taurus. So any planet or any other point in your chart that directly links to your AC is also a part of your identity. It's an extension of your identity. So we know that as a master Virgo representative, all right, 23 degrees, you are in the third decan of Taurus, Venus. We know that the first decan of Taurus is Venus, allegedly, supposedly. And so both sub-rulers, the ruler of your first house and the sub-ruler of your sun, are the same. And so that links your spirit. Your spirit and awareness as Virgo is now an extension of your identity as King Tyler. Okay, let's go even deeper. So based on your identity or rising being in Taurus, right, who you're rising to be, and the sign that was on the rising horizon when you were born, we know that the way that you express the fullness of who you are is through your sun. All the planets in the solar system vortex around the sun. However, who you are at the core and how you receive everything and how you're receptive to everything around you, that's your moon sign. And just like Vedic astrologers got right, you're actually more your moon sign than your sun sign. You're going to be influenced way more than the sun. But you actually are going to resonate. And this could be debatable. Like some people might have more sun dominance in their chart and be lean more to their sun. But in essence, you want to think that deep inside you is your moon, and how you express your moon sign is your sun sign. How you express your Mercury, how you express your Venus is your sun sign. Okay? Tinted, of course, with those energies. And how you feel about anything else is your moon. So we know that your Gemini moon not only gives you a master angel soul, which is a literal superpower, okay? Your soul literally has the ability to shift and change into angelic form, if not already everlasting staying there, which brings its own, properties, because you can manifest this soul magic at will. But once again, the quality of your soul in Gemini is true. And the quality of your spirit in Virgo is mastery. Okay? It's mastery. Right, mastery. I was going to say master, but if we think of it as a state, mastery. And so you are the vibration of true mastery. The true mastery of being that allows you to adapt in the moment, being aware of facts in your reality while you feel into what's true about it. Boom. So you are literally the living incarnation of what is true about reality and how it's true, which of course, obviously that will make you a master magician, because real time you can call BS, and it's very hard to lie to you, because anything that's not true, your moon in Gemini will feel it's a lie. Meow, meow, meow. And then anything that's not real, your sun in Virgo will see it's fake. I call bullshit. So it's literally impossible to lie to you. And the only way you can get lied to, see, Pisces has a magic to it. This is why Virgo is reality and Pisces is illusions. Pisces, of course, as it's supposed to be, affirms Virgo, right? And gives you the why. But in its negative, it actually, it's not a negative trait. This is just what Pisces does. Imagination is everything reality isn't. You have to make stuff up imaginatively. So it's not really about it being bad or good. It's illusions. It's illusions. It's fantasy. It's dreams. And so Pisces can now manufacture a image that looks real, right? But really isn't. And that can deceive one. But that's why Virgo's opposite, because Virgo can discern what's real. And that's so very important to be established, because whenever you hear stuff about truth is subjective, it's relative, that's Pisces and Sag. That's something that Sag or Pisces would say. You're not hearing Gemini say that. You're not hearing Virgo. You're not hearing Gemini say that. You're not hearing Virgo say that. You're not hearing Taurus or the fixed sign delegation say that. You know what I'm saying? Pisces looks at, and this is facts, okay? Virgo is deconstruction. Virgo looks at the clock, and it breaks the clock in all its singular components. Everything. Then Virgo can break anything down. Virgo breaks down each and every single piece. Pisces literally does the opposite. Pisces looks at anything and sees how it's all integrated. So Pisces lacks the ability to disassociate feelings from logic unless they have other energies that aid in their ability to do so. And that's because that's how they're meant to be. That's their magic. They're supposed to, of course, after Aquarius, unify everything. But keep this in mind, because Saturn creates this T-square in your 11 that's going to give you your karmic lessons and challenges regarding the integrity that must be maintained in collectives of other people, especially when we get spiritual, because that doesn't have the most boundaries. And so your Virgo sun needs to put that in check to make sure that people aren't BSing. But the Saturn needs to put the Virgo in check to make sure you're not overanalyzing. We also do see that Chiron is on your Mercury, and so with Chiron is on your Venus, and so with Mercury and the North Node in Libra, it's actually your destiny to serve socially and help integrate more charm and classic integration of a person's character into their being with them. This could be direct, this could be indirect. It's literally like Hitch. Remember, true mastery. So this would resemble something like Hitch, or something like a personal coach that's able to, swag an individual out, make sure that they can take the raw talent in their character and make it presentable. Venus, Chiron, Mercury here in the sixth means that you actually have to be social for work. And I mean, Venus Chiron is like fashion makeover. Doesn't have to be, but yeah, I would think it is. And this is even cooler because it's your destiny. And not only is it your destiny, you're taking the resources of raw talent, okay, that other people have in order to polish their behavior so that it's cool, as the kids say, or classic, okay? This also facilitates, if you were an artist, you being destined to make a living being an artist. But what's gangster pimp about this is that not only do you have this Libra energy, it's aided by your Gemini energy, which allows you effectively to now be receptive to the value of what you're saying, to be perceptual guidance in the power that goes into you socially expressing yourself, taking definitive logical action, because Mercury in Libra is not only highly logical, it's very intelligent, and it allows one the ability to now apply intelligence in cardinal ways. Neil Ticey deGrasse talked about this, who's also a Libra sun, or represents Libra, and he was talking about he would hire somebody that if he were to ask and I'm paraphrasing, I forgot some of this, but it's like if you were to ask someone how tall something was, someone would give them the textbook definition, I think, and calculate it, and then someone else would actually go out and real time calculate it. And I think that he would hire the second one because it's easy to read something and know it from a book. It's different to be able to take an idea and apply it. Okay, I totally butchered what he said. But this is what lends Libra to be cooperative, because you're applying the mastery of analysis in Virgo book smarts to actual social situations, Libra. So this is not only what allows you to, as a Virgo sun, manifest this value in how you communicate to others, but also speak to the actual social nature of a situation. Because Mercury in Libra isn't like Mercury in Gemini that speaks factually or truthfully on what is. It applies the truth, Gemini, to the social situation. And so you talk to people, not just at people. And Venus beautifies everything that you say, which adds to the charm that allows you to finesse anybody. Well, this is really good for work. Like if you were, especially if you're doing commission sales, like you just need to talk to people, sell. So this is really cool because this is your destiny. Like you enhance and help people be more of their polished. I think fashion makeover. It's like before you, they might have not even known how to dress, but because of you, it's like, oh damn, like I didn't even know I was this fly. Like this is lit. Holy crap. And so keep that in mind, because once again, we do see Saturn where you have your authority and are coming into the Saturn return in your 11th. And this metaphysical authority heightens the nature of stress that can go into social anxiety that you have with others, because this also suppresses your internalized thoughts. You intellectualize your feelings. Congratulations, you're not cursed with water because you be in your feels. But that doesn't mean you can't catch feelings, but it's congratulations. The worst is that you'll overthink all day and all night, but it's worth it. So we also see that you have your Mars in Scorpio, and this intensifies your intent. And this is why it's important, because this is actually on the DC. So I'm not trying to really crack a joke here. I swear, I promise you, I'm actually being so serious. Because Mars in Scorpio is very misunderstood. Because especially given the postmodern conventionalization of society, things have gotten watered down, dumbed down, to where because certain things aren't socially acceptable, they've been invalidated. Like they're not, like you can cancel primordial forces. So anyway, you have Mars and Scorpio on the DC. You know what that means? Remember, you're king. So this is like, if your intentions aren't pure, I will fuck you up. And Pluto is here too. So Mars, the god of war, is like, I will fuck you up. And then Pluto is, I will execute. Now listen, I know you got Moon in Gemini, you got Social Libra. Maybe you feel different about this, but you need to know this because shit will get fucked up, and you may not always be aware of this. You want to see Pluto and Mars as bodyguards. Now, this also works the other way around because the seventh house is other people, and so you want to be careful that you don't get this sense of hatred or aggression from other people. This is why your bodyguards are here. Play that fake shit. I will fuck you up. Okay. Alright. Now this also makes for a very pure desire, and it intensifies extremely with Pluto, making you very sexual, making relationships very sexual, which is why there's a deeper need for purity. Because if you're with anyone impure, this energy can be very traumatic. And if we take into account, once again, the trine that this makes to Saturn, this only adds deeper metaphysical insight to what interactions with other people can reveal. Because when other people step in your seventh house, they're going to feel that intensity. And just know, these are the Pluto and Mars could represent spirit guides in your auric field that are just wishing someone's messing with you. And just keep that in mind, because like this is supernatural energy. Pluto's sextiles is Cap, so like once the word is given, third house word to Cap, boom, it's done. And you might be like, oh, oops, sorry, my spirit guides, they're extreme. So we also see, I think, the dopest part of your chart, this ninth house Neptune Uranus aspect, which is significant because this is the God house and your MC is here. So your MC usually is supposed to be in your 10th. It being in your ninth means that you're meant to be a teacher of integrity. And I mean, that has limitless applications. That can mean anything. But you're meant to teach integrity, and you're meant to teach psychic power. Neptune is the astral realm. Uranus is the causal realm. So this is going to add an unconventional and in some cases spiritual quality to your career. I mean, even if you're working at the corner store, paranormal shit is going to happen at your job. And it's just going to be Uranus and Neptune. Oh, this also allows you to see into the true character of an individual. And this is why it's important, because Uranus and Neptune give us, because I'm born in 1990, I have this too. You just have this tuned up to like the highest ladder degrees. So your body is an antenna. And so your body literally has a mind of its own. You know, the brain has a brain, your heart has a brain, your gut has a brain. So what Neptune and Uranus does is like a God broadband connector. It intuits and is able to sense on its own. And as a Gemini sun, I clash with this. I don't always trust this intuition because I'm in my head too much. So when my body is telling me this person ain't shit, my Gemini isn't even paying attention. And it's going to be me, because Capricorn is a bit of an asshole when you disrespect it, because it doesn't have time for you. So it's not going to be nice to you. It's not Cancer. Okay? So you're going to really get thankfully Virgo can understand this. So like you will see real time, and this is where Virgo is the master with this. Gemini doesn't work well with this energy. Virgo is made for this energy. So I'm going to end this reading off here. When your body being an antenna, you're aware of this process. And as a fifth house sun, this makes you a master of your talents. And so you're able to integrate this awareness of the subconscious nature of your body and its psychic senses to really see the world for what it is. And that's what you're meant to teach people. So I hope you enjoyed this report. Definitely honored and privileged to send this to you. And you stay blessed as always. Whew, thank God. And once again, you are the producer king of true mastery. Until next time, peace.